I will not talk down on the assumption that the listener so lacks intellectual depth that he is incapable of exercising the mental effort required to integrate knowledge of a higher order. Nor will I insult your intelligence by expecting you to accept anything I say simply because I've won a few bodybuilding contests. It is only on the basis of grasping the logical truth of an argument that one should agree. I will not bore you with the type of intellectual pablum or garbage you've read so often in some of the muscle magazines. In case you hadn't noticed, the vast majority of articles written on the subject of training consist of little more than a series of arbitrary, out-of-context, biblical-like commandments. Thou shalt perform 4 sets of this exercise, and thou shalt perform 5 sets of that one. Why? Blank out, no reason, no logic. The realm of the intellect is more demanding than the average bodybuilding writer recognizes, and that formulating a valid, non-contradictory theory of training requires knowledge of the nature of human physiology, as well as knowledge of the nature of man's mind, and his method of using it, logic. A mere passionate discharge of the arbitrary contents of one's subconscious onto a piece of paper is just that, intellectual vomitus. As a man of reason, I act only on the basis of understanding the reasons for doing something, as all mature adults should, and that is what these tapes are about. A reason-principled approach to bodybuilding, one that can be learned by anyone willing to exercise the required mental effort. I presume, after all, that you purchased these tapes because of your enthusiastic desire to be a successful bodybuilder, whether to actualize your muscular potential for personal reasons, or to be Mr. New England, Mr. Midwest, or Mr. Olympia, and that you already understand that the basis of a rational approach to bodybuilding, or any other arena of endeavor, is the recognition that only the specific, appropriate knowledge can lead one to engage in the purposeful action required to achieve a goal. No, the material on these tapes is not infinitely complex, but it's not intellectual pablum either. Why not cast aside all other concerns for now, get intense mentally, focus on the logic of my ideas, and once and for all clear up any and all confusion? Then you will be able to proceed with the greatest power possible to a human being, the power of certainty. It only stands to reason that a serious bodybuilder should want to know that the ideas guiding his training efforts are true ideas. And how will he ever come to distinguish true ideas from false ideas unless he learns something about the nature of ideas or knowledge? To settle for anything less than certainty about the truth of the ideas guiding you in the pursuit of your life's goals is to abdicate your most fundamental responsibility as a human being and leave your life literally to chance. I entered into a personal renaissance of my own once I began a serious formal study of philosophy and learned something about the nature of knowledge. I learned that knowledge, like everything else that exists, has identity and nature. Human knowledge is hierarchical in structure.